EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for the weekend, July 6th and 7th, 2024. It is Saturday, and this weekend video forecast is brought to you by Pitch a Tent Rental Company, who ask if you ever had the desire to sleep around. If so, they can help make that happen. Pitch a Tent Rental Company has expanded into RV rentals with 2 travel trailer offerings that can be found on Outdoorsy and RV Share, along with being listed on their own site at pitchatentrentals.com. Click on Adventure Rentals for more information. If you're still in need of tent, tables, and chairs for those summer parties, they can continue to help you there too. Be sure to visit us at pitchatentrentals.com for all of your recreational rental fun. Pitch a Tent is located in Fogelsville, Pennsylvania, and serves the greater Lehigh Valley and surrounding regions, and are proud sponsors of the weekend video forecast. So today we're looking at the cold front moving through here, but it's way east today, so that is going to allow for maybe a stray shower or storm, but I wouldn't really bank on it in most areas. There is the opportunity for that though, but it is going to be a decaying boundary that is going to be just kind of washing out. Okay, so it's very weak. Was very weak to begin with. The boundary is actually sitting right here, right there. So along that boundary, again, near Side 95, which has been the forecast pretty much all week, is the opportunity for something stray or isolated to pop up. But I wouldn't really bank on that ruining plans. It would be a stray shower, maybe a garden variety thunderstorm at best, but I highly doubt that. It's not looking very good for that to occur. Here is the NAM high-res future simulated radar. Starting this off at 8 o'clock in the morning, some leftover showers in our far northeastern areas. That was a continuation of what happened late overnight. Moving off to the north and east, and that's it. And then after that, you have, again, just a stray, hard to see here, but there's like these little stray showers or pop-ups right here. See that? There's a couple of them. Not much, but I wouldn't really cancel any plans or do anything differently that you had already had planned this weekend, because it's really not going to be much activity, and most of that is going to be on either side of I-95, as you can see here. It's right along I-95, and a few very, very, very isolated or stray chances for that pop-up to occur. Here's the high-resolution rapid refresh. This is going at the same time, start time of 8 a.m. It already has the activity that happened overnight farther to the northeast, which I'm leaning toward. I think it's going to start off that way. Maybe our far northeastern areas that have a leftover shower right around 8 a.m. But then after that, your clouds give way to sun, and it has really nothing for anything stray or isolated, except maybe, again, down here. But this is this evening. During the day, there's nothing. So I don't think Saturday is going to be that bad. This whole weekend looks like it's going to be primarily dry. We are going to keep 20% chance of a shower or very stray garden variety thunderstorm in the forecast for today and this evening. But other than that, that's all we have. Okay, so Sunday we're back to a mix of sun and clouds, and no issues for your Sunday where temperatures are not going to be, even though it's a cold front, because it's washing out, there's nothing really, there's no cold push behind this. So we have, humidity's going to come down a little bit. So instead of being in the mid-70s, it might be like mid-60s. Still humid. It's just not as sultry and oppressive as it's been over the past couple of days. And that really only lasts for a day or so, because Monday it starts to increase even further again. And we are back to a mix of sun and clouds. These next couple of days, though, you see temperatures going to be 87 and 95 today. Pretty much the same thing here on Sunday. And on Monday, you're probably, maybe 89 to 96, okay? So it's going to be even hotter, it looks like, on Monday. We're going to move this forward, though. It is dry on Sunday and Monday, which is a mix of clouds and sun expected, and no precipitation. Here is Tuesday. Now, this you'll see in the south, that kind of catches your eye in the southwestern portions of this map. This is the remnants of Hurricane Beryl, which is going to be making landfall in Texas over the weekend. Here's what the European model has us doing, and it's coming a lot farther north than it was originally expected. Originally, the idea was it was going to kind of head into the North Mexican coast, maybe get close to Brownsville down here in South Padre Island, but now it looks like it's going to head up more like this. And if that's the case, that turn to the north, because of that weakness in the trough that's going to draw it north, the center of the country is going to draw it northward. This might be more of a hit for Corpus Christi, or maybe even farther northeast from that. Okay, now when you get northeast of Corpus Christi, you're into a less populated area, but then further inland, of course, is Houston. So we have to start paying attention to this a little bit more, because this is, for at least for those areas, because they're going to have a possibly strengthening storm upon landfall. Now, it did cross the Yucatan Peninsula. It did weaken, and it is expected to regain hurricane strength, and then maybe Category 2 or maybe even 3. I wouldn't be surprised if that were to occur before landfall, as the European model is suggesting here. Again, Corpus Christi on this map is like right here, So it's just northeast of Corpus Christi. I forgot the town. It starts with an R, Riverdale or something right up here in this little bay right here. But it has anyway. That's neither here nor there. That's not really a concern of mine because it's not our area we're covering. But this is now hitting the Texas coast. So now we have to start paying attention to this downstream. And because the European model has this over northwest Louisiana and southwestern Arkansas on Tuesday afternoon, it is going to weaken and it's going to be a remnant system and it's not going to stay intact. So it moves eastward and it over the Tennessee Valley starts to dissipate. But we see we got scattered showers and thunderstorms midweek, mid to late week here. And I think what this is going to end up doing, not necessarily giving us any direct impacts from Hurricane Beryl or whatever's left of it at that point. It won't even be a post-tropical depression at that point. But once it gets over across the Appalachians here, the energy is still there. It's not like it just goes poof and disappears. It doesn't work like that. So you still have some energy to work with here. And since we have existing thunderstorms moving around the outer periphery of this high pressure that's off to the east, this is like the outer ring here, and there was already expected to be scattered thunderstorms late in the week. This might enhance rainfall a little bit because of the presence of whatever's left of Beryl at that time that might enhance the rainfall in it from a tropical standpoint. So it's something we're going to watch in the mid to late week period next week and see some heavier rain involved with this, with some of the storms that were already there. This could help add to the tropical nature of the climate at that point. Higher precipitable water content, heavier rain. This would be good news for for interests of grass and vegetation, which we need the rain certainly in a lot of our areas. The U.S. Drought Monitor still has a lot of the area in abnormally dry conditions, if not moderate drought. So we could certainly use this, but this could be a several-day thing where this kind of affects the area. This is looking at Friday now. It's still going. So we're going to pay attention to this and micromanage this as we get into next week's videos and see if this is a thing or if it remains all further to the south that it might not influence us as much, okay? Still a lot of uncertainties with this, and this is something we're certainly cover extensively next week, but there is that opportunity as we get to the mid to late week period especially, and even Saturday for our Delmarva region, there's the opportunity for scattered showers and thunderstorms in that Wednesday through Saturday period we're going to have to pay attention to, okay? So I just want to bring that to your attention now so you're not like, what do you mean? The National Weather Service says it's not going to affect us at all. Maybe not directly, but it is going to influence in some way to somewhere. If it's not here directly, it might be further south across the Mid-Atlantic, southern Mid-Atlantic, or southeast. Somebody's going to get some kind of enhancement from the remnants of this because it's tracking so far to the north. So we'll continue to follow that next week. But it does look like it's going to remain hot through at least Tuesday, and then we'll have temperatures get back into maybe near to slightly above average too in the mid to late week period, with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Still very humid though, very tropical feeling. So you're not going to break there. This is the time of year where you don't really get a break in humidity, and if you do, you take advantage of it whenever you can. We just don't have anything in the foreseeable future, meaning short to mid-term, that is going to suggest that we're going to have low humidity on any of these days. So just be prepared for that. We're in the dog days of summer. It is what it is. We just have to grind through it between July and August, which are the worst months for that. And we are certainly very much entrenched in that pattern right now, and I don't see it letting up anytime soon. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for the weekend, July 6th and 7th, 2024. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.